Hello, hi, how's everybody going? Today I'm going to talk about a concept called suitability analysis in GIS. This is actually a really important concept, and it's widely used in planning, spatial design, geo design, and some landscape architecture should use that also because it was a way to combine all different factors into one decision, into your decision making. Okay. All right. So in previous project, you should have a database, your own database, right? Which is called Project 3, right? Um, so I suggest you create another one to suitability. Okay. So then you can work with all your files places in suitability. All right. Um, but the first step is the database. Okay. Let's say our goal is to you know our goal is to find the best area for wildlife park. Um, if this is what we want to do, we want to build a wildlife park. Uh, you then you want to go to your database and find important, really important layers that help us define our the location of our best location or area of our wildlife park. But in Project 3, we kind of GRACE, we look at many aspects, we were trying to find as much layers as we can. But once we figure out all the layers and we find out some layers are useful, some are not that useful, right? And in Project 3, I don't think we will have really specific idea like find the best area for wildlife, things like that, right? Um, so right now, if you have your conclusion, right? Because Project 3, you have a conclusion. Right now, if you have a conclusion, I don't think every layer gonna work for you. Okay. So the first step is in this, for example, Project 3, I choose this kind of layer, right? I have a block group, boundary, canopy, floor plan, plane, things like all these layers, right? Uh, then I want to delete some layers that's not necessary for me. What I did is I delete these layers. First, the boundary, I don't need the boundary anymore. I don't need it to trim, help me trim it because all data is already trimmed here, right? Also, I don't think a land cover help me for wildlife park because one big factor for me to do wildlife is the canopy, trees, forest for shelter for wildlife, right? Um, and it's already included in canopy, so I don't think net cover works that well to me. Also, major drainage, I don't need that also because what I need is a floor plan, which is if you check here I have this kind of floor plan. Lakes and rivers for sure. It's good for park, right? And for water as a water resource of animals, right? Major highway. That's definitely it. Because schools, people's, that's usually the major users of wildlife park. Um, the closer to the road, easy to get there, right? Public schools definitely because I want my park have some educational benefits. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy all these single layers to my database. For example, block group, I copy and paste down there. And canopy, copy paste. And floodplain, copy paste. Major drainage, public school, copy and paste. Major highway, copy and paste. Okay, so I only need these 5 layers right now. Next step is I'm gonna save. So this is girls, what I used before. I'm gonna save this layer as suitability. Right, which is here. Suitability. Right, cool. So then it changes to suitability, right? And after we find our layers, the next thing is to assign significant value to the layers, because block groups, canopy, floor plan, major highway, public schools, they're not the same importance for me to create, to design, to find a wildlife park, right? Some layers are more important than others. So within every layer, the values in the layer, the parts of the layer, um, I will give a value of 0 is bad and to avoid, or good and the place I want to find, or 0 is not relevant, but 3 is significant. So just always remember, 3 is the places, is the parts that help you find the park. Okay, and assign significant values, and also we have this kind of triangle principle, which means when you assign values, you don't want every layer or every parts of the layer are 3. Okay, you want less 3 than more 2, and most of the majority of them are 1. Okay, so you have hierarchy on your assignment. Okay, and then if you look at the folder I gave to you, I got this Excel sheet, which is about all the layers, right? I think this one should be girls. So in the girls, I differentiate between girls, public schools, right? Oh, by the way, block groups, I didn't include that. Block groups, which is, yeah, I included that. Okay, cool. I think I lost someone. Floodplain. Okay, lakes and rivers. I didn't include that. Lakes and rivers. Copy and paste. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go back here. So I included all of these layers, right? And then in these layers, I give significant values. See, I think canopy is the most important one, so I give it 3. But I only have 1 3. I have 2 2, and I have most of them are 1. Okay, lakes and rivers I think is pretty important. Scenery are pretty good. I give it 2. And public schools, that's my major user, I give it 2. Block groups, population, I want my park in are accessible for most of the people, so I give it 1. Major highway, I give it 1. Floodplain, I give it 1. So that's how I define. So you should have your layers. You definitely will have more, because I just include growth and environment. You have cultural things like that, but just make sure you give significant value to each layer. Okay, this is the first thing you want to do. Description. What I mean by description is, for example, this one major highway. I would like to, this is major highway. For example, 0 to 2 mile, which is the distance of 0 to 2 mile to major highway, of, let's say this is 2 mile, this is 2 mile. So within this distance, I think it's a pretty important area for my park. Okay, so then I give it 3. That's basically what I mean. The distance. The same thing with the public schools. Let's say this black point of public schools, I set up distance parameters also. I think 0 to 0.25 miles, which is walking distance. I give you 3. Okay, even though I know it's hard. Like this portion of it, I give you 3, and more area I give it 2, and more area I give it 1. Okay, so this is 1, this is 2, and what's in here is 3. Okay, pretty cool. So I do the same thing with lakes, rivers, with distance. Okay, and the other thing you can do is value, which means because the points you see here, you can do points better what about canopy? How you do distance on canopy? You cannot, right? Because canopy is all over our boundary, right? It's everywhere, right? The values are everywhere. So what you do on canopy is you classify, okay? So for example, the places with 92 to 100, I would give it a 3, okay? And 86 to 92, I give it a 2. So basically, you change this to 3, right? So you have a value of 3. So that's basically what it was. The same thing with the block group, okay? Block group, I'm gonna when you look at block group, right? I have different population density, right? So the density of this, which is blue, darker blue area, I'm gonna give it a 3. So that's the logic of it, okay? The value, the criteria, and description, significance, okay? So you have to finish this Excel sheet before we can do suitability analysis, okay? All right. As I say, you build a criteria in Excel sheet, and you want to define most places using your database, and discuss with us about these values. Okay, if you're not sure what kind of value I need to use, what kind of criteria, we can discuss about that always. Okay. Then after, because really basically, if you finish this Excel sheet, you're ready to go. Okay. Let's just go ahead and build our model. There are a couple of tools to use. Let me just introduce the tool. The first tool which is a conversion tool, and in the to raster, see here, yes, polygon to raster, point to raster, feature to raster. Okay, we can just use feature to raster in this case. So this is one tool you need, and the other one is distance toolsets. Okay, so distance is here. Okay, we have a lot of distance, and you just need it, Euclidean distance, and I think that's it. Okay, that's only places you need to use Euclidean distance, and others. Classify. Okay, that's a really important one. Reclassify. Okay, reclassify, which is here. Okay, and then weight sum. Okay, that's the other one you need to, which is weight sum. Okay, so basically these 4 tools is like what you're gonna use again and again. I'm just keep these tools. I'm gonna copy paste, so I have more. I don't need to go back and find these tools again. Then let me save it. All right. So this is the steps we're gonna do. Okay. Before we start the calculation, the most important is to set environment. Okay. As you see, you want right click and make default geodatabase. That's first thing to do. And also you want go to geoprocessing, go to environments, and set up environments and see the workspace. But the most important thing is geoprocessing extent. You want make it as our canopy, let's say, because the canopy has all the boundaries, right? You can do that. And the rest analysis, just give a specific value with 100 and click OK. Cool. So once we have that, for block group, if you have like a layers with things like block group, which is a polygon, right? And the polygon is all over the boundary, right? And you want to classify this specific area in here. You don't want to do distance, but do values, right? Then you need to convert them to raster first. Okay, so block group, drag down here and connect block group to feature to raster, and the cell size, just give it 100, I guess. Just make sure you save it to the right place, the place you want, right? And give it a name. Let's give it block Go. Okay. Click OK. Run. Oops. Oh, and also make sure. So then we get our. So you want to set up the field, right? Population 10 square mile. Okay, so because they only keep one field. Okay, just think about what kind of field you want to keep and what's your classification criteria and do that. So output cell size, let's make it 100. Click apply. Click OK. And then right click and run. Pretty cool. And finished and add to display. So you'll find out there's like a raster layer created. Okay, and if you click, you can go to unique values. Click yes. There's a lot of values down here. Okay, you can click apply. Every like block they have a value, right? And you can classify them always. You have different color, right? To show you the population density, right? Where have more dense people, things like that. You can change it as much as you want, right? To look at it. Okay. All right. So this is block, and after we have block, then we click in, we do reclassify. Okay. So reclassify is actually really important tool, and we're gonna use it later. Okay. Let me just let you know, we can reclassify canopy, and let's use canopy as input raster and double click it. You will see these values, right? All these values, right? But you will see these values are the same value in the canopy layer. Okay. So I think let's go back to our criteria for canopy. See here, the canopy. I want 92 to 100 as street. Okay. So what you do? Just go to classify. First, you want to remember how many classes you have. Actually, this time, this one I have 4 classes, right? So I just use as 4 and click OK. So change to 4. Okay. Then you can change the numbers down here, which is this one is 92. This one is 92, and we go back to here, 86, 92. Okay. So this is 86, 92. And what's the other one? 80, 86. 80, 86. And all the value is for 0. And the other thing is you have to make sure the value you have to like don't have gaps. Okay, so if this is 80, it ends with 80, you have to start with 80 here. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So then we have classified them, and then you assign values, right? So just remember, less than 80, I will go give it 0. So this is 0, and this 80 to 86, see here, is 1. So this is 1, and 86 to 92 is 2, and 92 to 100 is 3. And a really important tip, for no data, you don't want to keep it as no data. Okay, you have to make it 0. Okay, really important, you have to make this 0. Okay, just remember, if you don't make it 0, you just really high chance you are in trouble. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let me see what I left. Okay, so that's what I want. Then you apply, right? So it'll still be there. And just make sure the name. Let's make this name Canopy Brick. Good. Okay. Then click OK. I think I lost the connection here. Okay, pretty cool. Um, then that's right. And then let's just run. Let's see what happened. Pretty cool. So let me add to display. Do you want to find out something happened? Actually, I made a mistake because you see here I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's actually 3, 2, 1, 0. So that's right. Then let me apply. Just make sure it's alright. And then let's just run again. See here, when you run again, they will, hide this layer. This layer just disappeared, and you can just add to display. Add to display again. Then it will show up again. So right now, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I highlight, basically I highlight like these areas and these areas, all these areas, a 3. All right. Pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. So what's next is the same thing with block groups. I can classify that. Say this class reclassify, copy paste. I can just drag the output of my block groups and double click, and I have my criteria here, right? Just use classify. I think I only have 3 classes, so just click 3. Then you can drag this a little bit here. Click OK. Then see here, it's 1063 to the to the biggest number, which is 6100 something. So like let's just make this 1063. 1063. Oh, make sure it was here. 1063. Same with this one. 1063. Click enter. And then is 535. This one 535. This one should 535. And the value, I'm gonna this 3, this 2, and this 0. No data. Remember, it's 0. Okay. And you can check the name. Or can't be block brick. Apply it. See here, check the values again. Click OK. Okay. Should be ready to run. Right. Click run. Then add to display. Okay, so you see here, it only highlighted the, the area with higher density. So 3 is more dense places, and 2 is less. But it's still ideal places I want to looking for. Okay, I'm looking for. Okay, great. So we already have 2 layers finished. So let's go to the other one. What's the other one? Major highway, public schools. Okay. I also have lakes, rivers, floodplain. So let's do major highways. Just here. So you want to use for major highways you want to use Euclidean distance, okay? Because see here, all the major highway, public schools, lakes, river, floodplain, it's all about distance, right? I'm gonna assign value based on the distance to this feature, right? So you want to use Euclidean distance, okay? So what you do is just click here, just drag down there as input feature data. Then what you do is, you know, usually they just, you don't have much to set up. You just change the name as Yuk Highway, let's say. Then you run. Cool. So see here. Let me add to display. Let's see here. You create a maps like that. Okay. What this was doing was, if you click the values, if I drag the major highway top, you'll find these values. If you check it, it's actually the value with the distance to the most closest road. Okay, if you see here. So if here it's larger, right, and here become even bigger. Okay, and just remember the unit is feet. Okay, say. So remember here the unit was feet. Okay. Okay. So what's the next step is actually once we have this like distance map, what we want to do just define the area, right? So we want to find area within 0 to 2 miles. Okay. I think the way to do that is, but it's, you find the difference. This is a mile, but our unit is a feet. So you got to change that. What I did is I just Google it. I find out 1 mile equals to 280 feet. So what I do is I just enter the numbers down here. So this should be 0 to, so this is 100, this is 10500.02, and this is 10500 to 21120, and this should be 21120 31680. Okay, so I got these numbers, and okay, and I also got this, and I also got what the these miles down here. So I calculated all of the criteria by feet. Okay, so that's next we want to do. Then once we figure that out, we want to classify this. Okay, so just go to reclassify, copy and paste, drag in here, input raster, double click it, and you also go back to our Excel sheet. It's 4 classes, and just whatever, and just give it 4, just a little bit, right? Click OK. Okay, then see, here's all our feet, right? So then I want 0 to 10560. 0560, and then the next one is 10560, 10560 to what? To 21120. So 21 minute. Just make sure the end of this is the start of this one. So 31680. Okay, pretty cool. And then remember this time it's opposite. So this is 3, this is 1, this is O, and this is O. Right? 3210. 3210. So all the values, to check that, change the name as always. This is highway. Rick. So Rick just stands for the class. Okay, click apply, and then check the numbers. Everything seems good, and click OK. Let's just right click and run. And let's go back to add to display. Boom. We'll find out this 321. Oh, right? So I got another layer with only value of 3210. Okay? And this is about highway. Okay? Cool. After we figure out highway, actually all others are the same thing. Okay? All the distance are the same thing, like the public schools. Let me just do it fast. Let's change the name. No. Right, okay. Run it. Add to display. So as you see, this is public schools. And let me do another one. Clearing distance again. And the clearing distance again. Lakes and rivers. Click that. Click that. Double click, check everything was right. Okay, just make okay, cool. Then just run those. Then run this one, and it should be able to. So in the end, it should like for every layer with the distance, should be able to create things like that. Okay, floodplain, lakes, public schools. Okay. Then do the same concept, same thing. Reclassify them by the Excel sheet. Okay. So these public schools, floodplain, lakes. Right. Just collect them up, collect them up, collect them up, and then just double click. Remember these names, these numbers, right? This is the distance, right? So change to go back to here. Always check the classes. Sometimes you want to drag this line a little bit. Okay, then you change it here. By the way, there's another way to change it is you can also enter values here. For example, which is the interval value. For example, 1320. We can just 1320 here. Okay, and the other one is say 5280. Then it's 5280. You can do it in the classify also. This is another one. You just called method called manual. Okay. Sometimes this is easier. 5 and 10560. 10560. Okay, okay. Then you see here they change these numbers for you. Okay, maybe this is the easier way. Okay, and then the values, the closer the better. So see here, give 1. Three 1 0 0. Okay, make sure no data is 0. Make sure change name. Public schools. Right. Apply. Okay. So we have public schools down here. This is wrong. Let's see. So this is public schools. Then we don't need this public. Click again. Just make sure it looks right. Okay. Okay. Then this one, the same thing. Change this to manual. Change this to, let me see, floodplain. Let's change to 4. Change the value here. Okay, pretty cool. Then click OK. This is 3, 1, 1, there. Okay. Click apply. Make sure the name was right. Apply. Click OK. Then this floodplain. Okay. Okay, then I also did the lakes. Okay, you should be able to do that. I skipped the video because I don't want to waste that much time. Okay, so in the end, you should have like every layer. Okay, in the Excel sheet. Okay, every layer in the Excel sheet, you have values. That's the criteria you want. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values down here, and their values are all the ones I assign. I want them to be. Okay. Once all these are finished, okay, you have this distance and reclassify, right? Reclassify them. We do the final step, which is weight sum. That's how we, combine all those stuff together. That's just. So this is all the results. I have all the results down here. Just drag. So this is weight sum. Drag in here. 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 So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and double click that. Okay, public school 2, 2, 3, 1. Yes, pretty good. So we have public schools 2, like 2, and canopy 3. Pretty good. Let's apply the limit weight result. Click OK, and just run it. Let's add to display. Then there you go. So this is also our results. Once you have this result, you will see the higher, the lighter, the higher. So what we're gonna do is we change the color. Go to classify actually. Right. We can classify them. Some color. I will see the red area, a pretty important area for us. However, you may find too much red. You can just make it more. Change the statistics, quantile, maybe works better. You can like drag it here. So this may be another way to do it. You see here, very few this area. So we have this area, a little bit here. I'm not sure about this, but so these 4 are really significant, I would say, especially here, right? A lot of high values down here. Okay, it's like more like noise, right? You can also do that. What we can do is, once we create this, right, you can just go to spatial, go to focal, neighborhood, go to focal, statistics. and just drag it in there, input raster, double click, and change to circle. Look at that. You may want to choose me here, and just run. Add to display. And let's see what happened. So this made a little bit better, right? Change the quantile and see what we have here. So this, clear and better. Okay, cool. So this is what we have for today. I think you just follow my steps, and in the end, you should be able to create a maps, right? You should have similar result like me, like here, 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 right? A little bit here. So that's it for today. As you know, if you have any question, just let me know. Thanks. Bye bye.